Hello everybody, welcome back for another video, and in today's video we are going to take a look at the Special Edition Generation Selects Combat Megatron. This is a repaint of the War for Cybertron Megatron, which I'll show off a little later. But really, before we get into the figure, let's take a look at the package and what came in it. First, here we see the War for Cybertron Special Edition packaging with all of its lovely writing on the bottom there, as well as some good detail here on the package. Nothing really else besides just a plain cardboard package, a little bit of warnings on one side. If you open it opens up very nicely. Let me bring this camera up a little bit. It opens up real nicely and shows off some of the symbols that we've been seeing here for War for Cybertron, as well as, if you move this out of the way, you get to see a little bit more on the bottom. Now, the funny thing I think that's pretty funny in my opinion, is this is the exact same instructions overall for the normal War for Cybertron Megatron. They even have just the same picture. They didn't change any of that. They just added Combat Megatron on the top. Yeah, a little humorous, I guess you can say. I mean, what would you expect? I mean, I don't know what I expected. I mean, it's cutting a little bit of cost there is fine. Just adding a couple more words is what it is. But overall, that's about it for the packaging. And for being one of the first people who purchased this, or just maybe a thank you all the way around, I got this little lovely letter from John Warden saying, oh, thank you for spending money on our new Hasbro Pulse website, and good product placement, I guess, for that website overall. So, hey, feel free to do it. If you do, you get to join their incentive program or something. It might be actually be over by now, but if you spent a certain amount of money, I think it was like 30 bucks or more, you were able to join in on their like free shipping program for a year, something like that. I don't quite remember, but hey, I'm part of it now since I bought this guy. But yeah, overall, that's that. Now getting into the Combat Megatron. This is the G2 coloring combat version of Megatron from War for Cybertron. Overall, the same type of figure. I didn't notice any improvements in the mold at all, just mostly paint differences, as you can tell. There's no battle damage on this guy, so they did get rid of that fully. You know, it's a select series, so I assume that's what they wanted to do. Same type of articulation here for the tank, nothing too special. We do see good camouflage green paint here throughout. The plastic is a lighter, I don't know, off like a beige kind of color with the green on top. That's pretty much all the way throughout the entire guy here. We do have some white paint here on the arms, mostly plastic, but you do see right there in the hand that is white paint. I do feel they could have used an extra coat maybe on the hand there, and same on the other side. You'll see that a little later as well. But really, I don't think it shows up too well on camera, but in person it just looks like it's bleeding, or at least the plastic's bleeding through. So they could have did a little better on that. Here we have some green and black fading color on the turret, as well as, if you get a picture there, you get to see the G2 Decepticon logo with MGTN95 on it, which is awesome. I love G2. The one that really I grew up with. Beast Wars was my first love, but G2 was the ones that I really grew up with. Had a G2 Jazz back in the day, G2 Sideswipe, and a couple G2 Optimus. So, gotta love it. Kind of wish I had this original one, but still, a very nice representation. Bringing in Siege Megatron, and you can see they are exactly the same, besides the color. A little bit of extra color here in the turret for the original compared to this one. Well, you know, it is what it is. Looks pretty nice overall, but a good representation of G2 Megatron. Now, since I have done the transformation for the original Megatron, I won't do it for this guy. You can check out the eye above the video, right over in this corner, or that corner, or one of the two. Click on that, go watch the other video for the transformation if you like. It's exactly the same. But from here on out, we're going to fast forward to get to the robot mode. See you then. And here we have the Combat Megatron back in his robot mode. And overall, not too bad. You know, they got the good white paint here around the crotch area. These two pegs here on the sides, you got to kind of worry about them after a few transformations. They really might start chipping. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they are applied pretty well, but you kind of got to worry about that. There is white plastic throughout here on the arms as well as the top. You can see the, again, It's just not exactly the best looking paint job here around the hand. Inside is a little blotchy, I guess you can say. And even on the finger, it's just not the best. It's okay, but still not the best. And it is really, the plastic underneath just seems like it's bleeding through. That is really my biggest downside, I say, to this guy. Same type of articulation throughout. I haven't noticed these being any better or worse. I think this side actually isn't too bad. This one is about the same, if not exactly the same as my other Megatron. But still, overall, a pretty good figure, at least for the paint job. And the G2 coloring really does set off this guy. A little bit of red paint here in the chest. We also see the awesome logo here for Megatron's name on his chest, which really throws back to a lot of that G2. As well as you can see the G2 symbol there on his arm. Fully in sight. As well as the face, get a little closer. Painted black there on the front with the red eyes and white plastic throughout. Again, looks pretty nice. Another thing that they didn't fix is this piece here. If they only had like a little clip in there, it'd be really nice, but it is pretty stiff, so it is going to stay in there pretty nice unless you move it around too much. But again, that's about it for Megatron's details. And for some comparison here, we do have him next to the original Siege Megatron to see how they look together. And, you know, overall, not too bad. Both are pretty good representations of the era of Megatron that they want to represent. All in all, Generation Select's Combat Megatron is a really nice G2 representation of Megatron. I do like that they are bringing out these Select figures. Really excited for Ricochet whenever that comes along. You will see a review on that figure on this channel. You won't see one for Red Swoop. I really wasn't interested in that figure, but stay tuned for the Ricochet one. Overall, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Stay tuned for more videos, and again, sorry for the delay in the video this week. Spectrum Internet just decided, let's just blow up your modem and have no internet for the whole weekend, so gotta love it. But hey, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks.